Welcome. My name is Sara Lease, and I'd like to share a little bit about myself, both professionally and personally. I am originally from Minnesota, but I moved to South Dakota about 20 some years ago and currently live in Canton, South Dakota, which is about 20 miles southeast of Sioux Falls, which is the biggest city in our state. A little bit of my work history. I started working for the prison system in South Dakota. There was a penitentiary up in Sioux Falls, and that's where I worked at to start my career off. And then I ended up going to Keystone Treatment Center in Canton, South Dakota, and I was on the adult unit and the adolescent unit kind of off and on. And currently I work there just as needed, just to kind of keep my skills up. I've been there 21 years. But I also, 15 years ago, started working at the hospital in Canton. It's a rural hospital. We kind of have to be ready for anything that comes in, and then we, of course, stabilize them and ship them off to Sioux Falls if they're that serious. I've been there for about 15 years now, and currently it's just as somebody needs a shift covered, just on a PRN basis. Again, just to kind of keep up my skills and keep in touch with everybody. I started 8 years ago full-time working for a college in Sioux Falls. Uh, Originally they had just an LPN program, and so I worked for that. And then about 2 years into my job there, they got permission from the Board of Education to start an RN program. And so I was picked to head that up, and so I developed all of the curriculum and taught actually all of the classes for the first year. And now my role has kind of shifted a little bit. I do half teaching, half administration in that position. Thoroughly love teaching. Wasn't sure if it would be a fit for me, but I absolutely love it. It's definitely my fit. I started out as an LPN, got my education in Minnesota as an LPN, continued to work on my nursing degree, eventually got my associates, and then onto my bachelor's and onto my master's. So I'm sure some of you have kind of been following that same path since you're in this program now. It worked out very well for me because of my family and working. So I know where you're at. I am married. I have 5 children. Our oldest is in the Air Force. He is stationed right now in Vegas. He has been deployed once overseas to Italy, so I'm glad it wasn't anywhere else, but very proud of him. Our other 4 are currently in school, and anywhere between first grade and 11th grade is where they're at, and they keep us very busy with football, basketball, softball, dance, gymnastics, piano. We're just on the go a lot with them, but wouldn't have it any other way. A couple other things about me that I like to do just on the side for my own mental health. I love to watch Harry Potter. I think a lot of people find that funny, but it was actually my kids that got me started on that through reading of the books with them and then watching the movies. I'm just fascinated with that series. But I also love to do scrapbooking, which takes a lot of my time because we're on the go a lot and there's usually a lot to scrapbook. So I've got albums upon albums at home that have been scrapbooked, but I find great enjoyment in that. And then I also like to do cross stitching, something that I can do in the car when we're traveling somewhere or just sitting at home watching a TV show or a movie. But I've made many things that eventually I can pass down to my children. Well, again, I want to welcome you to class, and if there's anything that I can do, please don't hesitate to email me, call me, or text me. Thank you, and good luck.